How's it going tonight, everybody? Good to be here Monday night, having a great Facebook Live planned for you guys. I'm actually super excited, if you guys can't tell from the title, the success formula. Okay, being able to use this to predict your success, being able to use this to really schedule and know what next steps, what actions you need to take to achieve your success. I am super stoked for this because of that, because I really want you guys being able to have that power. I want you being able to say, hey, I know if I do this, this, and this, here's the outcome. I know if I increase certain areas of my production, certain areas of this formula, that I will have a better outcome. Okay, and I want to really break down these different aspects to the formula and how they work together, so that way you are able to go away from this Facebook Live saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I'm going to get there by doing these things. Okay, guys, so that's my goal for tonight. Just a couple of notes before I get started, though. From now, all right, sorry about that, guys. I just had a call in the middle of my Facebook Live. So I don't know if it paused or freaked out or anything on you guys there. But a couple of notes, like I was saying, a couple of notes moving on forward. So next Wednesday, when I do a Facebook Live, I'm actually going to start doing them from my fan page. So I'm actually probably going to, I should have posted that in the description. I'll end up posting it in the comments below at the end of the video. But that way you guys are able to go there, like my fan page, and that way you can be kind of updated when I'm doing those Facebook Lives. I want to keep doing these things, but I also want to start to transition things over to the fan page. And so just as a reminder, I may hop on here for a quick minute, do a Facebook Live, say, hey, everybody, doing one on my fan page. That way, not just kind of leaving you guys hanging. It's not like, hey, where'd Jonathan go? That way you guys will know there'll be that transition period. That was probably the only real note that I had. Just that. So, guess it wasn't a couple of notes, just one note. But diving into this, guys, when I wrote this out, the title of it that I had was Predict Your Success Using the Success Formula. And I actually saw this formula. I liked, somebody had mapped it out already. It wasn't something that I came up with, guys. But I saw it and I loved it because of how simple it made success. How simple it made being able to hit results in a guaranteed manner, so to speak. Okay, basically knowing that if I do A, B, and C, I will get D. Okay, I really just want to make this simple for you guys, because we've all been there. We've all wanted to know how long until I reach a certain goal, how long until I am earning X or doing Y. When is my goal, when is my dream going to be accomplished, and what do I need to be doing to get there? And something else that we've all probably experienced, especially being in network marketing, and maybe not. If you're lucky, maybe you haven't had to deal with a developing coach, somebody who is still in the process of learning, kind of getting off of their training wheels, so to speak. But a lot of times, if you talk to a developing coach, nothing against them, they are doing a phenomenal job. But when you go and you ask them and you say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to, sorry guys, I just lost my train of thought. This is my goal. I want to hit, let's say $500, $1,000 in 30 days. Okay, a coach is going to say, a learning coach is going to say, well, great. Let's go talk to some people. Let's kind of put the work in. You'll say, can I do it? And they'll say, yeah. I mean, anything's possible. But there won't really be a roadmap. There won't really be a hey, if you do this, this, and this, you can expect to see these results. And we've all, like I said, if we've been dealing with, or if we dealt with experienced or learning leaders, okay, then we've experienced that action or that conversation. And it's not anything against them. They are doing the best they can. They are helping you. And let's be honest, if I'm going to them, I'm asking them that question, that means I'm coming from a place of lesser understanding, less knowledge, less experience as well. And so they, in a way, they are giving me more than what I already had. And so this is in no means putting anybody down. I just want to help everybody be able to take an extra step higher. I want everybody to not be stuck just with the proverbial, yes, it's possible, just go out and do enough work to get it done, and instead get the understanding that if I do this, I will achieve my goals. Okay, so guys, school is back in session. We're heading back up to Success Math 101. Sort of, at least, because with this formula, I really wanted to break it down. I didn't want to dive right in and start, just kind of laying it thick on you guys. I wanted to break it down because understanding each component of this formula is vital to your success. It's not just well, if I know it, then I'm good. I want you to understand it. I want you to be able to go and teach this to somebody else. I want you to be able to take this and teach it to your downline, teach it to the people you're sponsoring, teach it. Maybe you're teaching it to your upline in a respectful manner. Maybe you say, hey, guess what? I learned this amazing thing. Okay, let me show it to you, and they may see it and say, wow, that's amazing, and they just became so much better of a leader because of the things that you were able to bring to them. Guys, this is where I want you to be able to go at the end of this video, is just to be able to share this with other people and elevate everybody that you're touching, okay? So to start out, the very first piece, okay, the very first piece is mindset. And you guys have heard me talk about mindset a lot, okay? This is a very important thing. I can't stress enough how important mindset is. No matter how far along you are in your business, no matter how soon how short, man, I am losing words tonight, guys. I'm sorry. So no matter how recently you started, it doesn't matter. You need mindset. I was listening to a talk given by a gentleman. I can't remember his name right now, but he spoke at Eric Worre's GoPro event back in 2014. Okay, number one income earner in his company, I believe. I mean, this guy makes more money than before I heard his talk, than I knew was possible to make in network marketing. And I'll be point blank honest. I mean, I thought, oh, a couple million a year is great. This guy makes more money. It blew my mind. Okay, he didn't say it to brag. He said it in telling one of his stories to use as an example. But he talked about the importance of stories, the importance of mindset. He said even at that point in his business, even though he was making millions upon millions of dollars every year, okay, just to put it pretty simply for you guys, he was making well over $1 million a month from his company compensation, okay? Even though he was at that level of success, he said one of the most important things he did was listen to the stories, was listen to the success, and worked on his mindset every day. Because even he, at that level of success, could become susceptible to the negativity that surrounds us every day in life. And it's just because you're successful, just because you've arrived, so to speak. Some people feel like, oh, I've arrived, I'm there, I'm great, I'm good, I hit 6 figures, I don't need to work on anything anymore. I hit 7 figures, I'm good, I don't need to work on anything anymore. There's no rite of passage. You don't hit a level of success and say, oh, I'm immune to all the negativity in the world, I'm immune to negative things happening to me. 7-figure earners can have leaders quit. 6-figure earners can have leaders quit. It can hurt them just as bad as it can hurt you or I. Somebody telling us no, it can hurt just as bad no matter what's happening, guys. And we've got to work on our mindset every single day. I mean, it doesn't matter how new you are. Because a lot of times, and I'm going to be point blank, guys, a lot of times it's those that are new that think, oh, I don't need mindset, I need skills. Come on, Jonathan, don't stop talking to me about mindset. I don't want to know about all this mindset stuff. I hear about that all the time. I don't need that. I need skills. Skills is what's going to take me to the next level. Well, guess what? I thought that. Whenever I first got started in network marketing, I thought skills. I learned everything. I mean, I was grabbing up everything for a solid, even when I thought I understood how important mindset was, I was just grabbing up, new skill here, new skill there. I want to learn how to use Facebook. I was even on blogging at that point, and I was like, I want to learn how to blog. I want to learn how to Snapchat. I want to learn how to this. I was just learning all these skills. Somebody did a webinar on doing a proper webinar. I have no list. I have no team to present to at this point. Okay, I was kind of in between. Not really committed to one company, looking at a different company. I was really just kind of in the middle of things. And I was just like, I'm going to learn that. Rather than going out and doing something more productive with my time, okay, I was more worried about the skills I could learn, and not even learning them in a great way, just learning them, hearing about them, when I could have been focused on my mindset, because my mindset was what was keeping me from taking the action necessary to become better at these skills I was learning. Okay, I was so focused on learning every new skill, thinking that, that skill was going to be the one. The one thing, the one was mindset. If I could have taught my mind, if I could have allowed my mind to open up, to realize the potential, the possibilities, the impact that my thoughts had on my actions and my reality, I could have shaved off an extra year from my results. I could have shaved off an extra year from my personal development. It was crazy when I finally understood. And I'm still learning, guys. I don't mean I've arrived. Okay? I will forever be learning. Once I hit 7 figures, I'll still be learning. Once I hit, I want to hit multiple 7 figures, guys. Once I'm hitting 7 figures, still learning. Once I'm hitting multiple 7 figures, still learning. This is not I get to one point and I stop learning. Mindset will always be something I am focused on developing and learning, so that I can teach it to you guys, so that you guys can go out and become better yourselves and teach other people, because it improves your lives. The results that you will see from building your mindset will be enormous. It will change the way you look at success. Point blank. Okay, guys? If you haven't watched any of my Facebook Lives on mindset, go back, check them out. Check out my blog, because I've got great blog posts on mindset. Ray Higdon has some great things on mindset. Okay, there's coaches out there in all realms of things. Tanya Eliza has some great things. Bob Heilig, I probably said his last name wrong, but all these guys, phenomenal teachings on mindset and being able to take yourself to the next level with that. All right, so part 1 of the success formula is mindset. I really need you guys to grasp how important each of these concepts is. That's why I'm taking so much time with each item. So part 1, mindset. Part 2 of the formula is skills. Now I know I just said, hey, I focused too much on skills. I should have been focusing on mindset. Just because I should have been focusing more on mindset doesn't mean skills does not have a place. If you don't have any skills, then it makes it a little bit harder. We have to learn skills. We have to grow and develop skills, because these skills are going to be the things that take us to the next level as well. Okay? Now, just to back up a tiny bit, if you've got all the skills in the world but you don't have the right mindset, guess what? You're not going anywhere. You can know all the right things to say, but if you don't feel like a winner upstairs in your mind, if you don't feel confident in the way you say things, it's not going to mean a thing. Guarantee it. Skills, though, guys, Everybody loves to hear about go learn more skills, go learn more skills, because everybody, and that's kind of like the drug of choice for network marketers. You guys, we all get sucked into it. Oh my gosh, I want to go learn this new skill. Oh my gosh, this new leader, he just put out this new training on a new skill. I got to go learn it. I got to absorb it. I got to get, I got to listen to the same training for hours and hours and hours. Never put any action in. I just got to training hours and hours and hours. Got to learn it. Okay. Oh, something new. I got to go learn that now. Oh, something new. And we jump. We got to get the shiny object syndrome. Just jumping from training to training to training. Shiny object over here, shiny object over there. And we get stuck in this perpetual learning state. When we do that, I mean, guys, when you are jumping from one item to the next, you never master anything. And I want you to understand, the reason that skills is a part of the success formula isn't because it's not about the quantity of skills that you have. It's about the quality of skill or skills. If you have multiple, you can start with one. Okay, guys, never feel bad that you only have one skill. All right, Jim Rohn, if you guys have ever listened to his, he's got so many things. Building a network marketing business, I believe. I probably butchered that title. But he talks about when he first got started, he started out with, he was a farm boy, so he could milk cows and I think grow potatoes. He had two really silly skills, nothing to do with network marketing. Well, then all of a sudden he grew a little bit. He developed a skill in network marketing, and that was getting customers. So now he could milk cows and get customers. Guys, don't be embarrassed to start out with one skill. Just because you have one skill, that you can build an empire with one skill. It's a little bit more work. It's a little bit longer, but you can do it. And the important part, what you want to do with your skill or skills is to master them. That's the key. The key to skills is mastering them. When you have shiny object syndrome and you're bouncing around over and over and over and over, you will never master a skill. That was my problem. When I got started, remember how I said I jumped? I want to learn this, I want to learn that. I don't even have a blog, and I'm going to go learn about blogging. I don't even have Snapchat. I'm going to go learn about Snapchat. Even now, I don't Snapchat. I don't even know what that is. Okay? I just started using Instagram a couple weeks ago. Barely knew it. You want to know how I learned it? My sister-in-law was walking out the door, and I said, hey, do you guys know how to use Snapchat? And she said, oh yeah. I was like, well, how? Because I don't know. That's my extent of my skill in Snapchat, guys. Okay? And doesn't mean I'm any less successful using Snapchat to build my business than I am using Facebook, using cold calling, using warm market, cold market, whatever it is. Okay? We've got to learn to master things, though. Once I understood this, I focused on learning a few skills very well. All right? And that's the things that you need to do with your business. You need to pick one or two things. If you want to get really good on the phone, pick it and learn it. I don't care if you go out and buy courses to learn how to do that thing. I don't care if you start going to multiple, you should. Find multiple mentors that you enjoy. Find multiple leaders that you enjoy that have great teaching on that. And reach out, because not everybody's a master at everything. Find the people that are good at what you want to do, who have built a business doing what you want to do, and learn those skills from them. You go find somebody who's called thousands of people on the phone and has those skills that you want to learn. And master it. Learn it. Listen to what they say. Find out the details to how they do things. Find out what they're saying, how they say it. Listen to their tonality, okay? If you want to learn Facebook, find the people who have built big businesses on Facebook. Learn what they're doing, how they contact people, how they reach out to people, how they post, how they schedule things, whether or not they use a fan page or their personal page. All of these different aspects, guys. There's so many layers to one skill, that you've got to learn them. You've got to understand them, because when you really dive deep, when you understand a skill set and you master it, your future is limitless. And the great thing is that once you learn how to master one skill, you can master 2 skills, and then 3, and then 4, and on and on and on. Okay? You may not ever master every skill. Okay? I've never met somebody who's perfect at everything. Okay? You go talk to, great example. If any of you guys have ever heard of Ray Higdon, all right, I mention him a lot, but I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. Phenomenal coach in the network marketing sphere. He really just dives in, teaches kind of the nitty-gritty on a lot of aspects. Well, I was at one of his events, and I had a question. I wanted to know about a 90-day blitz. And I said, hey, Ray, I caught him, and just in between sessions, I said, hey, Ray, I want to know about about a 90-day blitz. I want to do one. I want to understand, how I get my team involved, how I do these different things, and just talking to him about it. And he was pretty candid, pretty honest with me. He said, hey, I'll be honest. He's like, I'm not the right guy. He's like, you want to know the best person to talk to, in my opinion? He said, go look at Eric Worre's 90-day blitz program. He's like, in my opinion, that's who you should go talk to. He then got on the stage and was talking about that and said, he's like, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not the best at everything. He said, if somebody comes up and asks me questions about social media, say I point them to my wife, Jessica Higdon. I'm sure most of you have heard of her if you like to build your business on Facebook. She is a huge leader on social media skills, okay? And Ray says, go talk to her, because he hasn't mastered it, but she has. All right? Not to the level that she has, I should say. He's great, but not to her level. And that's the way we have to look at things. We need to find a skill, our thing. Find it and master it, guys. It's so important. Now, the third part of the success formula. All right, so we have mindset, then we have skill set. The third part is performance. All right? And this is what trips a lot of people up. This is what tripped me up when I got started. All right? Even when I thought I understood mindset, even when I thought I understood skill set, I was great. I was all about the learning. Learning was great. I love this. I can learn. I can read my books. I can go to my webinars. I can dive in and learn one skill. I could do that. I could go work on my mindset, okay? Listen to audios and CDs and read books about my mindset and make me feel really good. Well, the thing that sets apart leaders from failures, I'll be pretty candid with you guys. You can either be a leader or you can be a failure, and that's because of performance. Performance will take any skill that you've learned and allow you to master it. Okay, I just spent a whole 10 minutes talking about mastering your skill. If you don't go practice your skill, put your skill out there in practice, you won't master it. If you're not performing on your skill, you won't master it. And until you're going out there and in performance, getting beat down, okay? Because it's going to happen. You're going to contact people and they're going to say, you're stupid. That's dumb. Can't believe you're in that pyramid scheme. Why are you trying to scam me like this? This is terrible. You're a horrible human being. I can't believe you would perpetuate, the terrible choices that people have made. I can't believe that you would try to bring me down like this. You were my friends. You were my family member. I thought I could trust you. All these negative things. Well, until you're going out there and hearing that in your performance and your actions, your mindset will never be as strong as it could be. I found that out very quickly. I thought I had a rock solid mind. In my mind, I was thinking, man, like if I could put my mind, kind of imagine it as a person, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was how I envisioned it. It's probably more like an Adam Sandler though. A little squishy around the middle. Not really all that muscly, because I had only become as strong as the hardships I'd put it through, which was the effect of reading my books and listening to these audios that pumped me up and made me feel good. They were great, don't get me wrong. You guys need to be doing those things. All right? You need to be plugging into your system of whatever your company says to, but if you're not out there performing, you're only as strong as your toughest adversity, guys. Performance is going to be what pushes you to the top. It's going to be what sets you apart from every other normal, average person and just catapults you to the top. You can take performance and it'll turn what you thought was going to be a slight success, but if you perform right, it will become a major success. It will boggle your mind what you're able to accomplish when you're going out there, putting in the actions, putting in the performance day in and day out, anytime. If you're part-time, okay guys, let me clarify on this. I always say day in and day out, and a lot of people, they kind of take that, Jonathan's talking to the full-time network marketers. He's talking to the people that have teams established. That's not. When I say day in and day out, do you guys realize every day, every minute, you're working on something, you're working towards your success? Your mindset, what goes on in your head, is a constant battle. You show up to work, you walk in that door, you walk outside if you're a construction worker, whatever it is, you go. It is a constant battle because you're just bombarded with, I could just be here. This pays the bills. This is okay. I don't have to go do those hard things. All right? It's a constant battle. You go out, you talk to people, and you start getting told these negative things. Constant battle. Part-time, full-time, doesn't matter. Day in and day out, you're putting in effort. If you're not putting in effort day in and day out, then you're really not moving towards success. It doesn't mean you're calling people day in and day out. It doesn't mean that you're contacting people every 5 seconds. It doesn't mean that you're on the phone coaching a group over in New York and then 5 minutes later you're on the phone coaching a group in Minnesota. That's not what day in and day out is. That's not what constant performance is. Constant performance, day in and day out. When I say that, guys, I mean consistently. That means if you schedule an hour every day to build your business, you are doing that every day. You took that hour and you actually perform during that hour. That is what day in and day out means. So I never want you guys to feel like I'm only speaking to the full-time or the part-time or the whatever time, okay? I'm speaking to everybody. We all have to be better at being more consistent. Even those that are 6-figure, 7-figure earners, we can all get better. We all have places where we lack just a little. And if you don't think that you lack, watch out. You got something coming, because life corrects itself, especially to those people that think they're perfect. All right, guys. So again, performance is huge. It's not probability. It is the biggest factor in your results and your success. And you'll understand that in a moment when I give you the success formula. There's one more item to the formula that I want you guys to understand. So right now we have mindset, we have skill set, we have performance. Okay, the very last component to the success formula is results. Some of you might be thinking, success. No. Results. It's named results for a reason. Okay? And just to touch on that, that's because I can't tell you what your success is. I don't know what it is that you're aiming for. For you, success may mean sitting on the beach, sipping Mai Tais, watching the waves roll in as you have somebody fetching you drinks every hour on the hour, okay? For others of you, it's spending an extra couple hours every evening with your family. For some of you, you're going out doing charity work. You are, teaching in churches. You're going out and impacting people's lives, motivational speaking. You're teaching your team. I don't know what your vision of success is, and that's what you need to learn and you need to understand. The reason that this component is called results is because this is where there's no other way to word it. This is the results of the formula put into action. Okay, guys? When you get results are feedback. Results tell you what you've been doing and how well you've been doing it. So if you have been working on your mindset, working on your skill set, and putting in the action, the performance, your results are going to look pretty good. But if you haven't been doing those things, if you haven't worked on your mindset every day, if you haven't worked on your skill set to learn to master something, or if you haven't put in the action or enough action, you're not going to get the results you want. And that's not negative. That's feedback. You need to take the results and say, hey, these are my results. This is where I wanted to be. This is where I came in, or this is where I came in. Now I need to adjust accordingly. I either raise my goal or I need to raise my actions. Or I guess you could lower your goal or lower your actions, but chances are you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that group of people who can't achieve what they want. You don't want to be, the people who give up on their dreams. You want to be the top earner. You want to be the person who gets to spend time with their family, who gets to buy fancy things, who gets to travel, who gets to achieve their dreams. Okay? That's what results are. It's that feedback for you to know how you're doing on your path to success. You need to understand that results are a great thing, whether they are more or less or even with where you wanted to end up. So many people get their results back and say, oh my gosh, I'm not where I wanted to be. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. There's nothing I can do. That's not the way you use results. Results are there for you to measure your progress and to say, great, now I know what I need to do better next time, so that way I can have more success. Another key thing to results, guys, and this is something that so many of us mess up on. I've messed up on it hundreds of times. We expect results to be kind of an immediate, you put one in, you get one back, so to speak. All right, we expect it to be immediate. We're in this society that we're used to instant gratification, instant feedback, instant everything. That's not the way business works. That's not the way life works. Okay, if you guys caught my Facebook Live on Friday, I talked about a season to plant, a season to reap, and then there's that season called summer in between. Okay? You're not always going to... The example I want to use here, say your goal is you want to recruit 2 new people into your opportunity, okay? And you say, okay, in order to do this, I'm going to use Facebook as my method. You're like, I'm going to talk to 10 people every day on Facebook for the next, X number of, 4 weeks. I want to recruit 2 people in 4 weeks. I'm going to talk to 10 people every day on Facebook. So that way I can hit that goal. Well, you start going in, you're talking to 10, talking to 10, talking to 10. All of a sudden you get a week and a half into this and you realize, well, nobody's joined my deal. Nobody's even wanted to watch my video, talk to me on the phone. Nobody's wanted to talk to me about my business. Nobody's even wanted to become a customer. This kind of stinks. Maybe I need to look at doing something else. You know what? Forget Facebook. I'm going to go do cold calls. That's what I'm going to do. All of a sudden, you start picking up the phone. Cold calls, cold calls, cold calls, cold calls, cold calls. And, a week and a half later, you're sitting there. Man, nobody's joining my business. maybe I should go buy some leads. Maybe I should call leads. That'd be really cool. You go buy leads and you say, calling your leads, calling your leads and doing all this stuff. That results, you don't put in a short amount of effort and get the results back that you should be gauging your success off of. All right? Results take time. It takes consistency and effort. All right? You have to understand that in order to accurately use the success formula, you need to allow, I say, a minimum of a month. All right? I'd say a minimum of a month. Depending on your goals, though, depending on the amount of action you're willing to put in, you may want to go for 3 months. All right? Before you really look back and say, I'm for sure changing my strategy 100%. That doesn't mean we don't make micro changes in between. All right? And by micro changes, guys, I mean, oh, I'm talking to 10, nobody, I feel like I'm not getting the results I wanted. I'm going to increase what I'm already doing by a little bit. I'm going to talk to 12, 13, maybe 15 is an okay load for you, okay? So you increase it. You make a micro change. That's different than saying, oh, I'm going to drop Facebook. I'm going to go cold call. I'm going to go call leads. You just changed everything. You just changed the whole success formula. You were putting in that performance. Well, all of a sudden, you cut that performance off. You brought in a new performance, and you're expecting it to yield results for you. You got to put in, if you're taking a lot of action, I'd say a month. If you're putting in a part-time effort, you may want to look at using 3 months as a gauge. And that sounds kind of hard for you guys, but think about it. If you keep jumping around over and over and over, you're never going to get where you want to be. You see too many people with potential, with the chance to be leaders, the chance to make 6 and 7 figures in this industry, and they don't get there because they stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Or in this case, they start in one project, stop. Start in another project and stop. Start in a third project and stop. And they aren't consistently putting in that performance to become more and to be able to see the real feedback, the real results of their actions, and then adjust accordingly. Now, if you put in 3 months of real consistent performance, guys, and you say you only recruited 1, well, now you know, hey, the actions I took got me 1. I need to increase those actions so I can get my 2. All right? Say I could use this for any example, guys. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I'm actually probably taking up a lot more time with you guys than you were planning. Usually I keep these to a half hour, but tonight was just so in-depth. It was actually a really long blog post. It took me a little bit to get it out this morning. I was a little delayed. But performance is huge. Allow the time to results is huge. Allow the time to get your feedback, to get your results. Don't be so goal-oriented that you forget to allow things to play out so you can get accurate feedback. Okay? And it goes both ways. You can talk to 10 people and all of a sudden sign up all 10 of them. Doesn't mean that the next 10 you talk to, you're going to sign up. Excuse me. You have to play it out long enough to get accurate results, guys. All right, so the moment everybody's been waiting for, guys. I know I've been going on for 45 minutes about all the different pieces of the success formula. All right? The moment that everybody has been waiting for. The success formula. Guys, make sure you get some pens, paper ready. Make sure if you're recording this, record this part specifically. I'm actually I got my blog pulled up here, guys. I don't know if you can tell. I keep looking off to the side to make sure I hit all the important parts. I'm probably going to turn my phone around so you can see this picture of the success formula. But the success formula, mindset plus skill set times performance equals results. All right, guys? I'm going to say that again. Mindset plus skill set times performance equals results. One sec, guys. I have to get a drink. My throat's getting scratchy. All right. So, now that you guys have that, let's kind of dive into how those different items work together. All right, you guys have an understanding of which each item is. If you want to understand them more, go back and listen to it. Go start learning about each of those items. But here is how they work together in the success formula and how you can use them. All right. I mean, it's that simple, guys. Mindset plus skill set times performance equals the results. Back to math class, all right? Now, say your goal is, and I'm using numbers. These numbers don't mean anything specific. It's just so that you can use it as a mathematical equation, so to speak, okay, guys? So I wasn't joking when I said math class, success math 101 earlier, okay? Results. Let's say results, our goal to hit results, to hit like a perfect result for us is 100. You can look at that as 100%, okay? That's the goal. Take mindset and skill set and rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. All right? On a scale of 1 to 10. If you feel like your mindset is an 8, but then you feel like your skill sets, you're like, I'm a little rough on the edges on my skills, I think of mine as a 5, okay? And just so you guys, I'm putting this into kind of context for you so you know how to use it. So mindset is an 8, skill set is a 5. So then you take mindset, 8, so you take 8 plus skill set, which is 5, 8 plus 5, all right? And then you times that by your performance. So 8 plus 5 is 13, okay? So you take 13, times it by your performance. If your performance, if you feel like you're not performing at all of a sudden performance is 0. So you take mindset plus skill set, times it by performance. You do the math right there, guys. You're getting 0. You take the sum of mindset and skill set and times it by your performance, you're getting 0. Sorry, it kind of sucks, but if you're not putting in the action, that's why I hit so hard on it, guys. Performance is so important. If you're not doing anything, your skills and your mind, remember, I thought I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, I thought I was Dwayne The Rock Johnson in my mind. That's how I pictured my brain, my mindset. Okay? If you're not doing anything, it's really not like that. It's more of a, kind of squishy around the middle. There's a lot of different people you can use as an example, okay? But let's say you feel like, I put in an okay effort. I schedule an hour every day to work my business. I probably okay with it. Probably like a half hour I really work it. The other 15 minutes, I start out 15 minutes kind of goofing off, getting into it. And the last 15 I'm kind of like trying to get away from it. Because life gets busy. I can't always put an hour. Okay, so you're saying you're like a 5 on your performance level. Well, you take that 13, you times it by 5, and guys, I picked a really bad number, but 65, okay? So you get 65% of your goal, all right? Because you're only putting in a little bit of the effort. You got some skills, you got some mindset, so you're doing better than somebody who's only putting in 50% that doesn't have skills or mindset. So you're doing a little bit better, but you're still falling short of your goal. So your results, okay, after that month to 3 months, you're going to look back and say, I wanted to recruit those 2 people. I only got 1. That's because I wasn't performing the way I should have. Okay? Do you guys see how you can use this? This is gold. When I looked at this, when I learned the success formula, it blew my mind because I could predict my success. I could predict whether or not I was going to hit ranks, whether or not I was going to understand the impact of what I was doing from my day-to-day business activities. I mean, just hands down, this is gold for you guys. Now, here's the tricky part, but super, super cool. All right, guys? This is better than anything I've taught you so far, okay? Performance is a wild card. Okay? I said mindset and skill set you rank on a scale of 1 to 10. You can rank performance on a scale of 1 to 10. I mean, if you just want to hit your goal. But if you're nuts, if you guys really want to just blow this thing out of the water, if you want freedom, if you want the time and the money to go and do things, to be able to take your family on vacations, to be able to buy the car you want, to be able to leave your job, to be able to buy the house, to have a cabin to go hunting, to go fishing, deep sea fishing. Maybe you want to go skiing and snowboarding all the time. Maybe you just want to have a savings account to retire on. Okay? And you want to retire comfortably though. You want to retire on a yacht. Okay, if you want to make this happen fast, here's the cool thing. Your performance, you can rank that as high as you want. Doesn't mean your opinion of your performance. I mean, you can go out, you can have a skill set of 2 and a mindset of 2, but if you go out and you put in a performance of 100, you're at 400%, guys. Do you understand that? Do you understand when Jim Rohn taught the law of averages, and he said if I can get 1 out of 10, he's like, I can beat somebody who gets 9 out of 10. Right? That's what it is right there. Skill set and mindset only allows somebody to get 1 out of 10. But they're willing to put in the action, they're willing to put in the work and perform high enough, they can blow anybody out of the water. All right? You take a 6-figure earner who can recruit anybody, 7-figure earner who can recruit anybody. Say they recruit 90% of their people, but they're not talking to anybody to recruit them. Brand new guy in their company can go out and recruit and out-recruit them in a week. Okay? They can go recruit more people in 1 week than what they do all year long because they're actually putting themselves out there doing the performance that they need to. And you guys want to know the amazing part about that? Is that your performance, when you are putting it in, when you are really taking the time, if you're putting in 400% performance, or I don't even know if that's what I said, guys. If you're putting in enough performance that you're hitting 400% of your goal, your skill set and your mindset are not going to stay at 2. They're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to start to escalate. And before you know it, you're going to start seeing things that you never even thought possible because you're putting in the result, or you're putting in the work, you're putting in the action and the performance. And that makes you unstoppable. That makes you be able to predict not just your success, but the success of others. Because at that point, you start being able to give back, impacting other people, and being able to take them to a whole nother level that they never even thought was possible either. Because you're performing, because you're helping your team, because you're doing things that everybody else didn't even think was possible. But because you put in the work, it became what everybody else thought was imagination, you just made reality. What everybody else thought was theory, you just made actuality. Guys, the success formula has the potential to change your life if you're willing to let it. If you're willing to take it, to understand and break down each of those components. Learn them more than what I taught you tonight. Okay, I know I talked for an hour tonight, but there's so much deeper meaning from them. There's so much more in there. Go learn them. Go master them. And then master a skill and go put the work in, and I want to see you be successful. I don't care what company, which opportunity, what you're doing. If you have a traditional business, you can take this same thing, your mindset, your skill set, and your performance, and all of a sudden you can skyrocket your traditional business, your network marketing business, your job, your anything, guys. This isn't just success here. This is success anywhere. This is success in your life. Guys, go take this. Go be successful. Next time I do a Facebook Live, I want to dive deeper on how to use the formula to predict your goals, on how to take this and really be able to just start cranking out numbers, be able to start cranking out the results that you want. That's where I'm going with this, guys, on Wednesday. So don't forget to join me on my fan page. I'll be doing a quick reminder here, but you got to join me on my fan page because that's where I'm doing the Facebook Live on Wednesday, the 22nd. Look forward to having you guys on that with me. And I really hope that this was phenomenal for you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for sticking with me for the entire hour. And you guys, let me know how this was for you. Let me know the value that you got. I love the messages I've been getting, the comments I've been getting, everything. So just look forward to talking with you guys on Wednesday. Thanks again, and have a wonderful night, guys.